Okay, so how did it start here with you? When did you arrive?
I arrived on the 3rd of July and started working.
Immediately. Literally. We actually managed to get locked out of the gallery the day she arrived at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right, we were still there working. But they had constructed the larger parts of the whale in New York, but we had to construct the ribs.
Phyllis was immediately put on rib duty.
Right, and also the fish was constructed entirely, I think, here.
Yeah, we started the fish.
Some of the other smaller pieces.
In our courtyard studio on Rue Pasteur.
So we rose to the occasion based upon our talents. With Yahira being the star of the moment. If you notice the curtains, the lovely curtains that we made of material.
By the way,
Yahira sewed all of them here in the other room.
Right.
But Yahira had a painful journey here too. Now,
yes.
what was
yes.
that?
We actually didn't know where she was for about 4 hours.
She was in transit for 2 days with canceled flights and with no means of contacting us, so that the airlines weren't being particularly helpful. So she was lost in transit for quite a while. We were very concerned.
And needed on set.
Needed on set. So you had to go twice to the airport.
To the airport, yeah.
And then we both had to call repeatedly Air Portugal to get any information out of them.
Finally find out what was happening.
And what was the first thing that you did when you got here?
She can answer in Spanish, right? And then we can translate.
She answers in Spanish and you translate.
Bueno, mi primer trabajo fue colocar los tirros.
That's right.
Me entregaba
the tape on the ribs that Phyllis made.
We had it very automated. Phyllis was cutting out the ribs.
Sí.
I had the exacto knife. She had the tape.
Exacto, colocar los tirros horizontales y verticales y bajo la dirección de los artistas aquí.
That's right. So we were following the artistic direction of our sons. So we were merely the hands that made
very picky.
The work.
We are very picky.
El segundo trabajo fueron las cortinas. Se encargó de las cortinas.
The second one was this.
Right, that's the second job.
And where were these sewn?
Here. We borrowed a sewing machine
De cortar.
from a lovely woman. What's her name?
Hane. She's a stylist who's a friend of Ed's.
Yes.
Who happened to have a sewing machine and live around the corner.
Sí, y el tercer trabajo fue las escamas del celacanto.
No, that's it.
But that's her next job. She made all the scales. Had to cut all the scales.
Tiny scale.
On the
She cut all those and these ones underneath.
And were the artistic directors complaining at all, or were they happy with your work?
There was some disagreement sometimes about our methods, but but we take direction well, so there wasn't a lot of discord. The only time tempers were really frayed was when we decided to take some things over to the storeroom, which is a block away, and we walked out of the door and it shut behind us, and all of our cell phones, all of our wallets, everything was
locked in here in the gallery.
And when did that happen?
That was
the very first night that I got there. So we had to track down one of the workers from the gallery.
So basically,
and go to.
Phyllis and I went to the other building and resined everything, covered everything in resin, while Miguel went and tried to track down the manager of the gallery
to get
keys.
To get us back in.
But how did you find her?
Painfully. Because she didn't read well the email, which said all our cell phones are in the gallery, so we don't have a way to call you. So
we actually had keys to our apartment, so he was able to get back into the apartment and use the computer in the apartment
and then just go
to
from
send
there.
her an email. But then when he got to her apartment, he couldn't call her for her to come down.
So I had to go to an internet cafe. In front of her building.
No.
Yeah, in front of her building. Tell her like, I'm downstairs, right here in front of an internet cafe in your house.
Luckily, there was an internet cafe.
Yeah, I thought there had to be one around.
God, so this has been like many little traumas, no?
Yeah, I mean nothing major, nothing got lost.
It was one of those things where if things could go a little haywire, they really did.
Yeah.
That's why we were here until 6
6
o'clock in the
a.m.
morning,
And Ed was
the morning of the exhibition.
Ed, the owner
They'd
of
been
the
there all
gallery, was
night.
here. with
Yeah,
us.
Ed helped us
Ed worked,
through
Ed worked
the
all night
back
trying to
doors.
get the ribs lined up. He was wonderful. He had some brilliant
But you
ideas.
can just look at it and feel all the love that went into it. It's not
Yes.
just,
Yes.
it passes an emotion.
Right.
Yes.
So how did you feel the day of the opening?
Nice.
Everything went well.
Accomplished.
It was really wonderful.
It was a bit of a blur for me, I have to say.
And actually, the days leading up to it, we became such a part of the neighborhood because, well, I'm out in the street with a gas mask and goggles spreading resin on things.
Phyllis-
So I was quite an attraction in the neighborhood.
Phyllis took over the entire sidewalk in front of the post office around the corner.
You'll get pictures.
That was after getting thrown out of the courtyard of the,
And did anybody come up and...
everyone.
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 Yeah.
My favorite one was, I was there and a woman who was the editor of Elle, one of the big magazines, came up and I got her because I couldn't read the directions on the epoxy to know the proper proportions to mix. So she's sitting there, diligently translating the directions for me so that I could complete that part of my. Everybody in the neighborhood became part of it.
And came.
And then, just odd things happened. Like we were there one night and someone stopped and said, Graham, and it was the daughter of my college roommate who was living a block away from the
She
gallery.
happens to be living next door to the building where we're coating all the resin. And had actually seen us working
And I
in
hadn't
the
seen her
courtyard.
in years. Graham actually was her babysitter when she was like in the 8th grade, so it was
I love it.
That's funny. So it was great. But the restaurants owners know us, the little shop owners all know us, and they all came to the opening. Everybody's very proud of the neighborhood effort because they would bring us food as we were working.
Really?
Yeah, we had dinner at the Tunisian
Tunisian
restaurant.
Tunisian restaurant.
They brought us tagine and everything into the gallery.
And we'd eat on the floor.
And then he'd come and take the dishes back.
And how did your mom survive, like, without any sleep? Because you're the worst. Venezuela's even further,
Me
right?
enfermé, el miércoles me enfermé.
Yeah, and she was
El miércoles ya
very
estaba
sick.
un poco con alergia.
Yeah, she's a respiratory infection.
And then your sons put you in
la
front of...
tutela y la- sí.
How do you feel today?
¿Cómo te sientes, Juana?
Bueno, mucho mejor, gracias a Dios.
Much
Sí.
better.
Yeah.
We went to the botanical garden and the zoo. So
Ah, the zoo.
yeah, there's a small menagerie at the botanical gardens.
Did you take some pictures?
Yes.
But they're film,
Film.
right? Not digital. Okay. Could take 2 years to see
Yeah.
them. I'm still waiting for Phyllis's wedding.
Yeah.
Great. So last night you slept? Or you had all those dishes?
Sí,
Yes.
All those
Actually, we
dishes.
cleaned up after the dinner. It was very
We cleaned
Yeah.
up quickly
Very
after
quickly.
dinner. It was amazing. And
everyone actually left at the perfect time.
What time was that?
I think it was probably 1, but it was right when we were like, I was starting to feel like I was ready for bed.
Right.
Actually, when everyone stood up to leave, I was like, oh, actually, this is perfect.
That's great. And tomorrow everybody goes back to their country.
yes.
How many flights, Hero, do you have? Like, it's not direct.
No, it's not
No,
direct.
It's not direct for either of you.
She has to fly to Lisbon and then to Caracas, and I have to fly to Philadelphia, and then
Ah, that's where I grew up. But I guess you won't be there long.
no, well, 3 hours actually.
Oh, God. And you can't do anything.
Right.
No. But it was worth it, right?
It was absolutely worth
We
it.
had a great trip.
It's been a great trip.
Ma-
Yeah.
Maravilloso.
We had a
Sí,
wonderful
señor.
time.
Habéis apoyado. Una
How I
vez
spent
más.
my summer vacation.
Yeah, this is it.
Sí.
Esa de vacaciones.
Sí, bueno.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.